Hello, welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, we are going to consider Intruder, and I'm going to be showing you how Intruder can be used to automate customized attacks by sending the same request repeatedly with different payloads. We are going to be practicing username enumeration and password brute forcing on PortSwigger Labs. Let's dive in. But before we go right into this, make sure you have your Burp Suite running and you have access to the internet. The first thing we're going to do is to come to our proxy, then we are going to open our browser. After opening the browser, we are going to type in the link to the lab that we want to use. So here is the link. The link is already attached to the description. So we are going to load this, and now you can see that this is up. Now this is the lab description. This lab is vulnerable to username enumeration and password brute force attacks. It has an account with a predictable username and password, which can be found in the following word list. So we're given two word lists, which we're going to come back to. But for now, let us go inside our Burp Suite and come to HTTP history. You can see that our Burp Suite is already capturing all our requests that are being sent using this particular URL. So the next thing we want to do is to click on Access Lab. If you do not have PortSwigger's account, it's best you open that. It is free to create, so you can get one. Now this is up, and this is up because I have already logged in. If you're here to log in, you are going to see a prompt that requires that you log in, and you can just use the username and the password that you used when you are creating your account with PortSwigger. So if you come here, you can see my account. This is the account inside the demo, not the PortSwigger account. So they are different. So if you come here, you can see the login page, and here you can just try random credentials. Maybe I want to try test, and for password I can try test123, hit enter to log in. Now you can see that I'm getting invalid username. So I can come inside Burp Suite again to see what exactly is happening. And you can see this post request here. You can see that Burp Suite had already captured the request for me, and if you come here, you can see the username to be test and password to be test123. You can see that here, right? The next thing I want to do is to try to automate the login process. So I want to run a brute force to automatically know the password and the username and then try to log in. So what I can do is to right click on this and send this to an intruder, and now it is here inside the intruder, and you can see the request here. So the next thing I can do is to come here and click on clear to remove all positions in case there are any payload assignments or position that might have been here inside my request. So I just want to remove that, and after that I'll come to test here and click on add. You can see the username to be test, so I will highlight that username alone. Then I'll click on add. Then I'll come to the attack type tab here. You can see the drop down. Then I can click on sniper attack. And if you look at the right hand side here, you can see payloads. If you look at the payload type, you can see simple list, runtime, and others. So we are going to maintain the simple list that is there. Now you can see the payload configuration section here. You can see that here. And this is where we are going to paste our payloads. So if you come back inside our Chromium and then you come back to the lab description, you are going to see candidate usernames and candidate passwords. So these are the two word lists that we're given. They already stated it here that it has an account with a predictable username and password, which can be found in the following word list. And these are the word lists. So I want to try for username first. So I'll click on that of username, and you can see the word list here. So the next thing I want to do is just to highlight everything. And after highlighting, I'll copy. Then come back here, click on paste, that is here, and it's going to paste everything inside the word list here. So the next thing I want to do is to come here and click on attack. So what I'm doing is that I'm trying to automatically get the real username for that login page. And here you can see the request, the payload that we are using. These are the payloads we uploaded. You can see the status code, you can see the response received, and you can see the length. Now, if you come here to length and you try to click on this, it's going to show you different lengths that exist. So now I clicked on it, and now you can see that I'm seeing 3354. So I'm trying to find the one that is different from others. And you can see that others are having 3352 as the length, and only this is having 3354. And that is alter wind. You can see alter wind here. So I can pick alter wind as my username. So I can close this. Then I can come here. Let me clear first to remove the position. So then I will click on clear all. Then after that, I can come here to where I'm having test. Then I will write alter wind. And the next one is for password. So I want to brute force my password now. So to brute force that, I'm going to click on add here again. So I'll click this add, and if you come back to the payload section here, you can see that this is the payload we used earlier. So we can come here and click on clear to remove that payload. And the next thing we want to do is to come back here, then go back to get the candidate password word list. So you click on candidate passwords, then you highlight the word list here too. So highlight all the payloads, and you're going to come back here, then click paste. Now, do not forget that you have already added the username here. Now you are adding the password. So what sniper attack does is that it's going to try them one after the other. Though we have the cluster bomb, which is here, that can try the two together, but that can take some time. It can take more time compared to sniper attack. But sniper attack, we can just try them one after the other, so it makes things faster for us. But for cluster bomb, that one tries it in pairs, and because of that, it is slower compared to sniper attack. So now that we've pasted our payload, the next thing we want to do is to come here and then click on start attack. You can see that this is a bit fast. So after that, you can come here and then try to click on length. You can see that this is having 191. Can you see that this is different? The moment I clicked on the length here, so it's going to just change everything. If it is in ascending order before, it's going to change it to descending order. If it is descending order, it's going to change it to ascending order. And if you can look at the status code as well, you can see that this has changed to 302, and the rest is having 200 status code, which stands for OK. And if you want to know about status code, you can check the video where I had mentioned that. You can see that at the right corner of my screen. So now that you know that the password is Jordan, next thing you want to do is you can minimize this, then come here, remove the payload, and then try to come here and type Jordan as the password. Then after that, you can maybe send this to repeater if you want, and you can come to repeater and then send the request. And the moment you send to the request, you can see not found, which means that we can log in, right? So we can come back here and try the username and password again. So you can try Wind and try Jordan. And now you can see that we are able to log in. So when you are trying your own, the username might be different, the password might be different, it might not be the same because it is something dynamic. So that is how Intruder works in Burp Suite, and that's how you can use it for an automated testing. You can see that this is a bit different from that of manual testing that we did in the last lesson. Before we go, here is a challenge question for you. And the question is, what is the difference between sniper and cluster bomb attack types? I'll come again. What is the difference between sniper and cluster bomb attack types? I'll be waiting to see the answer to that in the comment section. So thank you so much for seeing this till the end. If you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do that now. Also, do not forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.